Hey guys, welcome back. If you don't know me yet, I'm Gabriel, and in this video, we're gonna be making a dark R&B beat. Let's start with the bass line, something that's gonna help driving the song, and for that I used Monarch, which is a kind of instrument inside the VST reactor by Native Instruments. And in my mind, I wanted to make something that would help drive the song, but still be bassy and you can still feel the groove.
So once I felt that the bass was good, I started working on a serum patch because I wanted to make a layer to work more on the high end stuff. So I would have information both in the mid range and also in the high end. And then I added some reverb, and this time I used the Verb Suite Classics. It's an amazing plugin for reverb. And I went back to the bass because I wanted to add a chorus effect because I felt like it could have more dimension and it could be spread in between the left ear and the right ear, And then I also applied it to the same reverb as I did for the serum patch. And again, like I do this by using the reverb as a send, where I send the tracks into a specific reverb. In that way I can get more control.
Now I'm gonna add something to contrast the serum patch and the Monarch patch. And I used a VST called Yankin. It's again by Native Instruments, and it's actually free. I found this like a few months ago, and this added some spookiness to the beat, making it dark. Now let's add some drums.
So once I recorded those drums, I then separated each individual instrument by pressing options and separate by note pitch, as you can see. And this way, like I know exactly what MIDI is on each track, and I then can quantize and change it however I want. And this is what I'm doing here. I'm not the best finger drummer, as you guys saw. So yeah, I'm just quantizing a little bit. And I also felt that the Yankin could have another layer similar to the bass. I wanted to layer this sound just to help with the atmosphere of the track. And so I used the arcade and I went on this Simmer Down patch from the group Taped. And I just played a couple of things, and I found that thing where I'm just holding a note, it really, really suits this vibe.
And we're gonna be using Serum again to add some chords. So I wanted to highlight the contrast between the groovy bass line and the spookiness of the Yankin and the other layers of the track. So I added this kind of drum chord. I don't know if it's not the exact term that I should be using, but I wanted something that was dragging to highlight this contrast. And if you guys are into your music theory and you know a little bit, you might hear that there's a modulation between the B minor and the A minor, and I'm playing B flat minor, and that just helps the contrast. If not, it would just sound B minor and A minor. It would just sounds would sound cleaner. It would still sound good, but just not as interesting, I would say.
So once that serum patch was kind of done, I then went on and added a tremolator just to add some rhythm to the chords, and in a way that it makes you like feel the groove even more. You know, it's accentuating. At least in my opinion, it's helping the accentuation in this beat. Once the chords were done, I then went back to the beat and worked a little bit on the hi-hats, just because I felt they didn't have the movement that I wanted. Again, it's always about trying to accentuate each and every single instrument in a way that feels seamless and just joined. So yeah, I worked a little bit on these hi-hats by adding new ones and changing the velocity. So you can see that there's a roll that just happened, and I did that by decreasing the velocity.
Okay, so the beat is going well, but now I think that we're lacking some instruments more in the high end, and I added this harp plug from the VST BBC Orchestra. It's made by a company called Spitfire Audio, and this VST is actually free. Like most of the stuff that I've done is actually free. Just a way to show you that most of the times you don't need to buy a lot of VSTs just to get the sound that you want. It's more about how can you use the stuff that you already have and how can you be creative with it. And yeah, this fit like a glove. And now, some guitars. In this beat, I decided to do a thing called double tracking on the guitars. Double tracking means that you re-record the same exact line, and some of you might think, oh, what's the point of that? Why not just duplicate the track and just copy and paste the same line? And what you're doing exactly is you're just making it louder. And if you want to pan, like, you're not going to hear any pan if you do it that way. So the best way is to just redo it. And I also recorded the second guitar.
Another thing that I had to work on was on how to create excitement before the beat drops, and I wanted to use some risers, and I used like siren risers, as you can see. And most of the times when you try and increase the hype that is going on in this song, or any song, you then also want to release that hype, release all of the tension that is happening. And so the same way I used a riser, you should use an explosion, or what's usually called an impact.
Okay guys, this was the beat. Again, like all the other videos that I've been doing, if you want to wait for a little longer, you can watch me sing on it. In this track, I did a vocal arrangement with like 20 plus tracks on it. And if you're interested in knowing how to do that, I'm going to be releasing a video next time showing you guys how to record vocals. Also guys, just to let you know that I've released a new track called King of the Scene. It was released last Friday. And if you guys haven't checked it out, please do. Show me some love and stream the song. And like all the other videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button so you're always notified whenever I release new content. See you guys on the next one. Ciao.
I don't mind to be inside, even though we're still confined. Don't intertwine, cause all the work would be wasteful. My body says it's not okay to stay at home. What can I do when season 2 looks still unknown? Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude or be prude. If I could, would remove all this trouble. I'm too tired to hide, you do too, can't deny. Where is my stuff double? Cause I